Brian, like next one, like this is one of the very important one. Like I really wanted to ask you this personally. There's one chapter where you said like say yes to every opportunity, welcome the challenges, right? But then again, there's one more chapter. You said like say no boldly, try to say no. How
Yeah.
you see that where we should accept challenges, or how we can identify no, this is not for me. Like I shouldn't go in that direction.
Whew. Yeah, I think, well, first of all, the no part, the say no, that is something that kind of took me a little while to learn too, because I would say yes to everything, and that even to things that I didn't really want to do. And the more that I did that, then I realized I wasn't able to do the stuff that I did want to do and that really filled me up. And then I would do those things that I said yes to that I didn't want to do, not really 100% behind him. And sometimes I'd feel a little, like, oh man, why am I? It would make me kind of pissed at myself, right? And I also trained people incorrectly in that I kind of got to a point where I made them feel like they could, I'd be at their beck and call whenever, just by sending me this, would you do this? And I'm a giving person. And so I had to learn that the hard way. It's so important to have boundaries.
But
And
yeah,
I still am a giver, but yet I now don't say yes immediately. I take a half a step back, and sometimes I'll wait a day or two to answer. But I got to just really feel it out through my intuitive filters and see if it's something I really want to do or not. And it just depends on what else is going on in my life. But the boldly say yes part, just like with the TEDx, the guy asked me if I wanted to do it, and I had no idea what I'm going to do, but I boldly said yes. And I just trusted that I would come through. And so I think it's good to do that. And it kind of lights a little fire under our butt, and it forces us to kind of really dig deep. And, what's the worst that could have happened? I gave a bad talk. Okay, I'm still alive. I'm not, I still have my friends. My family still loves me. We got to do that stuff,
dude, but how you would coach someone, like coach to someone, like if he tends to say no to something, but then he start getting second thoughts. Okay, like no, I should just go there, but I said no because I'm busy in my writing this book, or I'm busy with my side hustle. What would happen, and how you balance your life if you start getting these thoughts that can hinder your performance?
Well, when somebody has an opportunity and they're not sure, and they're maybe wanting to say no, and then it could be totally fine that they say no because they're busy with other stuff or what have you, and that's all right. But what I try to do is I try to get them very clear on why they want to say no. And if it's all valid and everything, great. But if it's just because they're a little bit scared,
Mhm.
then I say, all right, well, let's step into that a little bit. And usually we can kind of just see it as an opportunity to say yes, and then we'll kind of just pivot and go the other way. And then when somebody does something, I mean, there's such a magical feeling and an empowered feeling of feeling alive and of accomplishment to finish something that you were afraid to do, right?
Mhm.
And so I just try to get people clear on why they want to say no or yes. Sometimes we'll say yes to something because we feel like it's gonna give us fulfillment outside of ourselves, right? Or those validative things yeah, you know what I'm saying. So ultimately, it's all about self-awareness.